Road Rants for Black and White Sports. Let's talk about some stuff that Adam Silver came out and said to Sports Illustrated about social messaging, political messaging in sports and in the NBA. And I've got some other goodies to unpack because ESPN also put out a poll. And I'm going to tell you why I think the poll is utter nonsense. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver addressed the conflict of interest that some say follows when players take a controversial stance on political topics, calling their social messaging and activism unavoidable but the right thing to do to embrace. Quote, I understand critics who say that they turn to sports to avoid controversy, but it's unavoidable at the moment in time in our country. I wish there was an easier path for us to follow. Even if there was, I don't think it would necessarily be the responsible thing to do. Silver's remarks comes off for LeBron James ripping President Donald Trump. And he said we wouldn't miss the president's viewership. Trump tweeted that when players kneel, we tune out. Quote, I think our fans are able to separate words on the floor or messages on players' jerseys or on the floor. Even to the extent that they don't, I think they recognize that these are not simple times. Our players are not one-dimensional, and they can be both deeply concerned about issues our country face and perform their craft at the highest level. Okay, we got some things to unpack, and let's talk about an ESPN survey real fast because the survey asked fans how long they want to see athletes speak out on social justice issues. Nearly half of MLB fans said 45% for the rest of the season. 34% said not at all. 21% said only the first games of the season. 51% of NBA fans said the rest of the year. 25% said not at all. 24% said only during the first games of the year. Support for kneeling during the anthem was mixed. 56% support it, 44% oppose it. Among white fans, it's 50-50. Let me address the ESPN poll first. Here's the thing that ESPN is not telling anybody. Since the moment they made it clear they were going back to Woke Center, do you know how many people have turned ESPN off? They're not going to your website, and in turn, they're not answering your poll. It's not accurate data because they don't even know you put up a poll anymore. We shot you the middle finger and left. The moment you decided you were going back to Woke Center and on top of it you're making a Colin Kaepernick documentary, we gave you two double middles and left. We went to Outkick. We went to places on YouTube. We've went to different avenues for sports content. Podcasts now, John Middlecoff, Ryan Russillo, places like that where they just want to talk about sports. And Adam Silver, you absolutely can avoid merging social issues and statements with playing on the court. And on top of it, you've got your head superstar who says it's okay if Donald Trump's viewership tunes out. Well, I know he's talking to the Donald, but the fact is, when you say that to the Donald, you're saying it to the Donald supporters. Now, you're wondering, well, who's the Donald supporters? That little graph down there is actually from a consulting firm from back in, I believe it was the end of June. 26% of NBA fans were Republicans. 31% were independents. I'm going to get a little bit of my political channel on you right now. Let's look at independents right quick, because really and truly, that's where I used to stand. I have voted Democrat before. I've voted for W. I voted for Clinton. Not Hillary. Not Hillary. I voted for Trump. I voted for Obama. Where I was at that time as a moderate was it was one or two issues in one direction or another based on where I would vote. Well, now I'm completely gone from even the moderate party. Okay? The moderate. Now, I had a friend who used to tell me I was a moderate Republican. He said, "You're not a Democrat, you're a moderate Republican." I was for whoever I felt had the issues I cared about the best interest in mind. Well, here's the thing. The Democratic Party left me. You turned into a bunch of socialist nutcases. So, that independent number that says 31%, you ever heard of a movement called #WalkAway? It's Democrats that are leaving the party to become Republicans. There's an entire movement around it. Look it up on YouTube. So, really and truly, even that 26 out of 100 fan base, that's skewed. It's more than that. It's more than that. Adam Silver, we are consumers. Business 101, we are consumers of product. We're customers. You provide a product, we choose whether or not to buy it. When you decided to kneel on the court, when you decided to get in bed with China, you decided to put a socialist organization's logo and lettering all over your court, we decided not to consume your product. So while ESPN can put out this woke social poll in which a bunch of people never even took the poll because they've long since left ESPN, so your numbers are not accurate, ESPN, by the way. Adam Silver, your ratings are plummeting. Your ratings are plummeting. Not only that, but let's just go and look at the number 26% Republican. That's, you do understand that's 26 out of 100 NBA fans? You do understand that translates to 260,000 out of 1 million fans? And as your numbers are plummeting, you don't think that's going to affect television contracts? It could even affect your salary cap. Every team's salary cap. But hey, y'all are getting your social message across, so I guess everybody is going to be okay with taking a potential pay cut. Not only that, but I thought about an interesting movement earlier called #defund the athletes. You want to support an organization that wants to defund our police force? Theoretically, we could defund you guys. Don't forget that. It seems to me like maybe you have forgotten it. We can defund you. And if you think, even if you just take Republican numbers, if you think that doesn't hurt, I've seen your ratings. You're down 14% pre-COVID. In a time when people are sick to death of Netflix and Amazon and wanted live content, particularly sports, your ratings are down. If you think this social movement hasn't cut the NBA, Adam Silver, you know it. You're just lying to everybody. You're lying to everybody. And don't kid yourself, Adam Silver. You know you need Trump supporters to watch right now. You're just too big of a puss to come out and say it. You are the boss, including the boss of LeBron James. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.